Hi everyone, welcome to Cosmic Turtles. My name is Tina. How is everybody? All right, there may not be a lot of people in the channel right now because it is an impromptu card reading or an impromptu collective read. There's going to be a lot of talking, I guess. And hopefully you can hear me right. I know my device is connected. Let me see if I remove this, if it's better. Sometimes it causes a bit of trouble, so let's just disconnect. Come on. Okay, it's disconnected. It's just everything is lagging. Wow. Hopefully you can hear me. I've been wearing these all day. Okay, hello. Hi. Okay. So let's see what we got for the collective. I know I have other cards somewhere. Welcome to YouTube Live. And we're going to do a collective read. I'm just grabbing some cards here from a basket. Let's see what we got. What kind of story is going on? What's the strongest energy? And the title says, get to know what and who you are. Yeah. Get to know what your self-worth is. Like, a lot of people definitely they don't see themselves as worthy or even as anything. All right, let's see what we got. Some of you need to protect forgiveness. You need to protect yourself by releasing yourself from old pains and baggage by practicing the art of forgiveness. And then you're setting yourself free from a situation, at least practicing the art of detachment to the situation so you can make space to allow understanding to come in so that you're able to heal from whatever it is that you went through. All right, I do see here that the levels are good. Okay, I'm making sure. A couple more. Some of you are working in the service department of service to others. And maybe you were a big-time people pleaser and now you're just making a revision of what and who you are. I heard a few card readers that used to have the compassion side so strong without discernment that they would just give. They were a people pleaser. And then they had to learn the difference between those that actually will accept, help, and actually do the work they need to do to help themselves as well, or if just people going around looking for pity and grabbing whatever from anybody that's willing to give, right? So a lot of empaths are actually not giving as much as they used to, or what they're doing, they're giving more to themselves than to others in the ways of being a free spirit. To be a free spirit is to float without walls, to fly without judgment, and to love without condition. It still doesn't mean that you give everything of yourself. It just means that you're being instead of doing. And a lot of times these people have courage. Like, you may be someone that has a lot of courage. Live your life fearlessly with courage, strength, and determination. Now everything that you've given to others, and those others did not really, they just took, they were takers. They were being like a taker, I guess you could say. or they were codependent, or you learned how to not give to that kind of person anymore. You learn how to recognize what that type of personality is, that type of person is. Because it's not even the person you're talking to, it's the learned behavior, which is their not true self. They don't even know who they are yet. Which is funny that the first card was self-worth. Nobody knows who they really are. That's why the path of get to know who you are is the first question that most people ask when they get on the spiritual path. Who am I? And then shortly after is what's my purpose? It's one of those two questions. To know your purpose, you got to know who you are. To know who you are, to get to know who you are, you got to go on the internal journey. When you go on the internal journey, it's quite scary because you're walking into the unknown. And it feels like it's dark and murky. And those are all of the pieces and fragments and pieces of yourself that you buried. And what's occupying the surface level is everything you've adopted and placed on you, like different outfits, to show the world this is who you are. But that's not who you are. This is what you were told you are. This is not what you discovered yourself to be. Joy is the way to get there, to be able to know who you are. Having some type of creative endeavor, creating, that gets you there. Believing in miracles also gets you there. You start discovering more about yourself slowly but surely, and you discover yourself through your experiences. And some of you, your experiences were not pleasant. Even through these kinds of experiences that would give you grief, you still learn a lot. It's just we just don't like the reaction, that we don't like how it makes us feel, basically. Because even in this picture, you see it says reaction, and this person looks like they got tears coming down here, but it is the lotus flower, right? I'm sorry, my screen is frigging me up. I moved this way, but my hand's going that way on the screen, so it's frigging me up. All right, they're saying to you, use your discernment when it comes to when you're going inside. Use your discernment. Accept that whatever it is that you find, that it's not. Accept whatever it is that you find on the inside. It'll be much easier if you accept yourself. If you keep rejecting yourself, you'll keep resisting yourself, and you won't get to the results that you're looking for. You won't be very efficient. So practice ways of being more efficient for yourself. It'll change the way that you look at everything. And as your perspective shifts, and that you start discovering more about who you are, this will increase. Yes, your magnetism. Because now you have discovered, you'll be in a way that you've discovered something, and your energy is just going to be like, yeah. And then people are like, especially people that have low self-esteem, low self-worth, they'll be like, oh, they have something I don't have. I want it. And they'll try all kinds of dramas and stories. There's other readers that explain those perfectly. It's awesome. I'm not that kind of reader. I do more of the internal, although I still need to know life situations to know what kind of feelings may come up if you encounter this. This is what you may go through if you encounter that or go through this. So I'm pretty much your internal tech support, I guess you could say. Align with people that do get you, that accept you the way you are, that even if you're growing or expanding, that they still love you because they know who you are. They've always seen who you actually are. Those are the ones that you keep. There's some of you that may become specialized into something specific. As you discover who you are, you're going to discover, oh, geez, it's like I was always made for this. Because for a while you were like, I don't know where to go, but something's going to unblock. You won't be at an impasse anymore. You're getting more, you're going to have a sense of renewal because you are going to discover that, oh my, I am made for this. It's almost scary, but it's not, it's made for you, which is even more scarier than trying to get into something that you're not sure if you'll like it or not, right? Human psychology is quite funny sometimes. Some of you may need to practice some moderation. Because maybe if you do too much of something, eventually your body may reject whatever it is that you're. And it even looks like he's in a hospital of types or something. Yeah. So don't overindulge in things because you may have an adverse effect. Some of you are getting clarity right now pertaining to your life purpose, and you're actually putting all the momentum and efforts to grow your fortitude. You're lining up all your ducks, right? Some of you may have noticed that there was some trickery going on around and about. There's trickery going on, yes. Or people are trying to pull the wool over your eyes, and you're like, do they think I'm stupid? You're literally thinking in your head, like, can't they see that I could see right through their game? And the answer is no, they can't. You're the one that's expanding. You're the one that's expanding. It doesn't mean it's reflected or written on your face. So all these people trying to do these trickery things, well, you're seeing right through it. Continue forward with your perseverance on your projects and goals that you want to do. Never mind them. And for some of you, you're having some ascension symptoms happening. What else do we got for the collective? What's the sequence of events going on right now? One card. One. Ha! It's a matter of perspective. It says perspective, right? For some of you, this perspective on life is slowly changing. Because when you start living from the outside in, and then you start living from the inside out, oh, big changes. It shifts everything. But gradually, thank goodness, or else we'd all be in the mental institute. Nothing wrong with that. I'm saying we would all have a psychosis of types because reality have changed too quickly, and the human mind is fragile. The human spirit is strong. The human mind is fragile. So watch out who you hang out with that can affect your mind. Some of you are going through completion, and it is May. Some of you may be done university course of types. Could be exam time, almost done, or it's completion. Some of you is you overcame big struggle and you're coming up on top of things after. Some of you are completing a 10-year cycle. 10 years of ups and downs, round and round, for specific reasons, to be able to grow and expand and to break away from the illusions that were placed upon you before. Some of you were really stubborn. That's why you had to go through the 10-year process. It's just a matter of context. Okay. Don't believe the hype. It's just a facade for some of you. Some of you that are believing it, you're feeling at a loss, like you can't do anything about anything. Okay? Some of you are just becoming complacent. You're just giving up altogether, like, oh, whatever, and nah. So it's your not to use the name, but it's a negative Nancy, or Nancy is a beautiful name. Like, stop using that for negativity. Listen, Linda, right? No, I'm kidding. Some of you may feel like, and these are the types of people that would be around you, like, they never have anything good to say. Everything is a complaint. Everything is less than. This is just a habit. They're comfortable in their own skin. Yes, they're complaining, but this is how they've always done it. It became a habit. To break habits, those of you that went through addictions and got out of it, you know it's hard. Even if it's just words and self-talk, it's still a tough thing to break, and it takes a lot of perseverance. It can be done, but it will feel like it's a bittersweet experience, I'll tell you. And a lot of you will have like confusion, be in the fog, and feel guilty about whatever it is that they've done in the past. Now that they're becoming aware of who they were, they're still taking on the guilt as if it's you today, and it isn't. It doesn't mean you don't take responsibility. Of course, you got to clean up your own mess, right? But you can let go of the emotions. And instead of those emotions, practice gratitude. Be thankful that you were able to wake up in this lifetime. Be thankful that you actually got a chance to see what you did wrong so that you can correct yourself. And then you get into a habit of auto-correcting yourself as you keep navigating this life. And you're also setting different expectations for yourself, which is way more grounded. See those buffaloes in the background? Way more grounded. Did you know when there's a storm, the buffalo doesn't run away? It actually lines up for the storm and runs towards it because he knows that he'll get through it quicker. I'll just run to the other end of the storm, and then the storm will pass and I'm good. I don't have to sit there in fear all that time. I just keep going. Woo. Cool. We have unity consciousness. So have unity consciousness, practice impartiality while you're in human interactions, and keep yourself balanced. Okay, so those are the three that came together. All right. So, all right, let's get this way. Okay. This is probably backwards, but anyway. Unity consciousness. Practice unity consciousness. That's your connection with divine. Be impartial when it comes to your interactions. When it comes to interactions with other humans, because everybody's in duality, because we're 3D humans. So practice, have the live and let live attitude. And so mind, body, and spirit. And keep yourself balanced. Those are very good. What else do we got? Do we have a mini storyline? Maybe. Let's see what we got. All right. Some of you, you'll need your strength. You'll need your strength to move away from rough waters and head towards calmer shores and actually get serious about your own self-care. There's an opportunity coming up for a message about what you hold of value that is going to come to you soon for some of you. It's backed up by the divine. Divine's got your back. So, or it's divinely guided, backed up by the divine, divinely guided. Yeah. There's someone that wants to offer their passion to you. This is a very sexual card in this. But whatever it is that they're offering, you're like, you don't want it. You don't want it. Why? Why don't you want it? Oh, maybe it's not. Ooh, it's not lined up with what it is that. It's not lined up with who you are. It's not lined up with what you want to do and accomplish. And what you want to do and accomplish is way more than what they can offer. That makes sense. Are you saying that they're unworthy? Let's see. Are you saying that they're unworthy of you? Why is it that... let's see. Oh, they got too much on their plate. And they're probably... Whoever it is that's coming to you, offering their rod, their passion towards you, it's not from the heart so much. It's more about desire, and they're balancing you between you and somebody else. So it may be a three-way. It could be someone cheating on someone, or they just recently broke up and they're still kind of half with them. They're trying to balance stuff, and they're not ready to offer you that 10 of Cups. And basically that's what you deserve and are worthy of. So yeah, if they're only offering like, here, no, I want all that. Right? You know who you are. You know where you're going, and you're going there really fast. Why? Or is that another one? Let's see. Ho. Okay, going too fast may not be good for you. And then, or someone is... It's like we got the Knight of Swords, and then the this card. Then we have this card number 13. So a Knight of Swords, the card number 13, and the Nine of Cups. Like, you're happy where you're at. Who's these people? What's this transformation? It could be some of these people that were going too fast. Oh. These people with this energy that's just like, the way it was described, this is like a little lover boy that comes and knocks at your door, and then he goes into your fridge, makes himself a sandwich, and then whoop, he's gone, and he's going to the next door neighbor, and he goes into their fridge and makes himself a sandwich, and then he goes to the next. So it's a player energy going real fast. It's the end of them, or there's a transformation going on, and you're just sitting back waiting for your 10th cup. You're not even bothered by what they're talking about, what they're doing, what you're not even like, you've given up that kind of interaction or drama. You're no longer drama driven. What you're doing instead is you're waiting for your ships to come in. What it is that you are passionate about. Yeah. There's still some deception around, so stay aware. If your internal prompting says stay home, then stay home. absence is key sometimes. Okay. The truth is, like, this is the King of Swords. And this King of Swords, he went through a big loss. Was at the River of Tears for a while because of a big heartbreak or a big loss of sorts that affected their heart. But the way that he got back on his feet was to work with other people. So King of Swords has to do with knowledge. So some of you may be, oh geez, how is it? There we go. Some of you may be going to some knowledgeable people to help you with your grief. Like, this is reminding me of someone that, let's say you had an addiction and you lost a lot of people in your life. And they got whatever, alcohol overdose, drug overdose, whatever it is, like, and you lost your friend and you're putting yourself in recovery to actually get over this addiction so the same thing don't happen to you, because you're fed up that it's always the same scenario, it's always the same crap, and you actually want to get out of that negative cycle of experiences, and you actually want to succeed. So your teacher or your mentor that's helping you get through the grief process of loss and all that, it's like you're in a group with other like-minded people and you're all working together to help each other heal. So it's reminding me of a rehab or something, or so that's good. At least you're in a good contained area that allows you to have the healing that you need. Okay. What else do we got? And it's going to help too, working with other people to overcome your own insecurities. See, even this image, insecurity is this one here. It's just an entity attachment. It's just makes you believe that you're less than, but look, you're not. You never were. That's what people don't get. But once you start getting it, you're like, whoa, how come I didn't catch on to this earlier? I wouldn't have spent like 5 more years with crap. It happens, the realization, the light bulb moment, it happens when you've acquired enough, when you've had enough, when you've acquired enough experiences to be able to have the realization. It's like a seed in the ground won't grow until you give it the water. It could have surface rained, but the surface was frozen and it couldn't rain, but the water never got through. So it had to rain even more, even though everything's flooding on the outside, blah, blah, blah. The ice in between had to melt, and then finally you could reach that seed, and then finally it could start growing. It was missing key things. Sometimes it's just like one little thing. You had this whole experience, then you had this whole experience, and you've went through this cycle over and over and over and over, and it almost seemed like it was the same pattern over, but you were always missing that little piece. And then finally, one cycle, click, you got that one piece. Now you have the whole thing. Now, whew, you're no longer in that cycle. You just completed it. It's that quick. And it's more scary, I guess. The shock of it is more scary than being in the loop unknowingly. Serious. Okay. Well, that's how I describe one aspect of breaking through one layer. Okay, because there's many. Okay, and then we enter on the next cycle of lessons, and then until we get it, and then the next one, and the next one, and we're lucky enough nowadays to live a few lifetimes in one lifetime and actually fast track our learnings. Prior to these days, this last 20 some years, prior to this, It took 20 years to learn one thing, or to even accomplish something, or to even overcome something. It took 20 years in physical life, with day to day, everything the same thing every day. Okay? Just saying. I'm glad things are a little bit faster. It's just we got used to what we're used to because it was it was always the same habit. So we knew what to expect. But then after a while, we become complacent. We're the ones that are like, yeah, I'm bored. Whenever that word came out and it went viral in the general population, it started with the youth. Those youth are now in their 30s, maybe 20s. And they started it. They started saying that saying because it was in their collective consciousness in a group, peer group. And then they started saying it, but with their influence, the parents started saying it. Now the grandparents are even saying it. Oh, I'm bored. And I was sitting there listening to the youth saying it, and I'm like, okay, I think different because I don't follow. I do observe. Maybe I already understood that part. Maybe it's because I keep myself busy or I'm ADHD and I don't really get bored. My challenge is not boredom. All right. And so that one was never an issue. So that's the only difference, maybe. And that's why I could see it differently because I wasn't affected like many were. Hey, the kids are saying it now. Let's say it too. I was never a follower. I guess that's the main thing. As a youth, I appeared I was resistant because I was never a follower. And as an adult, I'm still not a follower, but I don't want to be a leader. I don't want anyone following me. I just want everybody to become comfortable in their own skin and be a leader of self. And so now I know I'm a teacher. And if there's anything in my experience that could help clarify, doesn't mean we'll experience things the same. It just means my biggest collection as a child was perspectives. That's what I collected. I go and ask people, so how do you feel your experience on earth has been so far? Now you're a grade schooler asking that to your grade school friends, asking this like this. They think you're an alien. They think you're not from this world. So I already knew I was different. And now those same kinds of conversations I used to have as a grade school child, now I'm able to have them with just anyone. And now it's more accepted. See, it took more than 20 years to have people accept even who I am. But it wasn't about them. It was me accepting myself. It took that long for me to accept myself to just be, and people take it or leave it. That's not my problem. Okay? Woo! One card fell in card of options. It's either confusion because it's in the fog, or the too many options, or trying to use your discernment to figure out which one is the best option for you, especially when it comes to the realm of emotional fulfillment. And by the way, for the ones that are liking, thank you. I appreciate it. Please like, share, subscribe, or thank you for liking my live here today. I appreciate it. All right. So, woo! Okay, too many options? Since I have too many options and all of them don't look as good as as what I've like to have, I'm just gonna walk away from the whole thing. Even the eighth one, the eighth cup that showed up. So that's, I was in a land of confusion. Then it became all clear, and now I'm choosing to just walk away from all of it and start over, because everything that I had built wasn't built on a foundation of integrity. It doesn't have a solid foundation. So because of that, you can guilt-free walk away from things that are not emotionally fulfilling. Okay, just so you know. Woo! Oh wow! I guess you're really moving forward. The chariot card. Yeah, like you're really like you're aligning yourself, your heart and your mind, your masculine and feminine. You're aligning all of yourself, and you're allowing the universe to just bring you wherever it is that you need to go. And as you're going forward, you keep standing on what you believe in, like on what you believe in about who you are, about what you understand and overstand about yourself. And I said that purposely because you're not under anything. It's your inner understanding and your over understanding. So your insides, your relationship with you connected to your relationship with the divine. And you're standing up for what it is that you are passionate about. Okay. Congratulations for those of you this resonates for. Let's see what else we got. Oh, you're even standing up and speaking your truth. All right. And Queen of Swords, King of Swords, both very knowledgeable people. King of Swords, he's not emotionally driven. He doesn't allow emotions to affect his intellect. And the Queen of Swords, what she does is she uses her emotions as fuel, but not in a manipulative way. Although she can if she's reversed, she uses it in a eloquent way, so that she can speak with clarity and with the strength of her conviction. Okay. Well, if you are that Queen of Swords and you speak your truth without being overbearing, without, disrespecting anybody around you, you're the one that's going to receive this opportunity to move forward into like this opportunity to grow and expand what it is that you hold of value. It could be a project, it could be. So who's this person that's going to bring this opportunity? Oh, you are. Because you're going to go for training for it. You're going to train for it. And as you're training, you just become more and more content with everything that you're building, because you're building yourself. You're becoming a master of self. And even though you have all this, you're also being very protective of what it is, of who and what you are at the core. Okay. Coins for me are things you hold of value. So you have the 2 feet here, you have the heart, you got the crown, the head. So things that you hold of value on your knowledge base and your wisdom. Things you hold of value that has to do with the heart. Things you hold of value that is what you stand for. Integrity, compassion. That could be, one of these could be you stand for your integrity. You stand for your compassion. You stand for matters of the heart. You could be a humanitarian. And that kind of makes sense if you're a Queen of Swords, because Aquarius is a sign that's an air sign, and in their description, they're known. If you got a lot of Aquarius, you're known to be a humanitarian or carry those qualities. All right. So what else do we got? So I'm just shifting through different cards here to see which one is which. Which message? Oh, you're rediscovering. Ooh, you're rediscovering. In the beginning, you saw the 6 of, I think it was the 6 of Cups. No, it was self-worth. You're rediscovering pieces and parts of you had forgotten about yourself. You're rediscovering. Oh boy, that was important. Why did I throw that away? Back then, you didn't have enough understanding that that piece and part of you was very crucial so you can advance and expand later in life. You carried your own keys. It's just you had buried it somewhere in the deep desert of sand, or in a deep cave, in a deep hole somewhere where it's dark and scary to get to, right? And now you're rediscovering who you are. Look at the imagery. It's tiny child face. You're rediscovering your inner child. You are rediscovering who you actually are. Oh my goodness, this is beautiful. People are going to gossip about this shift that you're going through. They're going to talk about bullshit, but that's not you. It's all going to be lies. And don't get caught up in the gossip train. It'll sweep you away and then you won't be authentic. Rediscovery, you're actually going to change. And physically speaking as well, you're going to change on a physical level as well. And you're going to go on a new quest, discovering all these things, discovering about balance again, balancing things, balancing relationships. Look, this is like two sisters. Okay? Reconnecting with loved ones that you were connected with may have disconnected, and you want to have that connection again. Okay? Reconnecting at the core so that everyone can be who they authentically are and not who they thought they should be. Okay? Reconnecting at the core. Look at that. Cool. Some of your family members are the ones that you want to connect with. They may be keeping themselves in isolation. Okay. So reach out. Let's see what we got from the Starseed Oracle. Surrender. Surrender your need to control the outcome. Just be with life in this present moment. So the one that's put themselves in isolation, they got to understand this. Understand and overstand. Surrender your need to control the outcome. Just be with life in this present moment. Things will align. Things will come together. If you worry, let's say the results was right here and you're right here. If you worry, you're pushing the result timeline further. Oh, worry. Oh no, it's further and further. No, stop worrying, surrender, and it gets closer. It seems like it's counterproductive. On a human level, on the 3D, it seems counterproductive. On a spirit level, a lot of things are reversed. A lot of things are the opposite. We were tricked to be in a matrix because they knew way back that as a collective, we have the power of creation and creating our own reality collectively. So if they put fear, they know they'll create a shitload of chaos, and that's exactly what we see as proof. So there's a way of dismantling, and usually it's one person at a time, and each person is responsible for their own growth, development, expansion. However, you can create alliances with like-minded people, and you can help each other because some of you are going through similar things. It's part of the ascension process. Your soul is evolving to higher states of consciousness. You are ready for this. Woo-hoo. Practice stillness. Reflect on this moment with love, kindness, and compassion. Whenever things don't go right, just be still, observe, have no thoughts, wait. Even tell yourself, I'm waiting for an answer. And then, ooh, here it is. You'll get the guidance. That's the next card. Cool. You are not alone. You are guided by masters and teachers of the highest realms. Okay. Believe in yourself. The first card that came out was your self-worth. And reflection. See all aspects of yourself through the reflection of the one who mirrors your hidden self. Ooh, that's deep. Interesting. All right, collective, this has been your reading. I am Tina from Cosmic Turtles. Please like, share, and subscribe. And we'll see you in the next impromptu live. It might be a Facebook one, it might be a YouTube one. We'll see. Thanks, everyone. See you another time.